Over the last 3 decades, many automotive giants have bought many supercar brands that are dominating the market now. In 1998, Volkswagen bought Bugatti, meet Ferdinand Piëch, Volkswagen's then chairman. It was his idea and innovation that changed Bugatti. His vision was to create a machine with 18-cylinder design, the EB118 Coupe, EB28 Sedan, and EB18 3 Chiron, some initial concept. But the first Bugatti production model, the Veyron, released in 2005, came with a compact W16 configuration. Essentially combining 2 V8 engines, the Bugatti was built something different. It was so fast at the time that it broke the record of the fastest car in the world by achieving an official recorded top speed of 253 miles per hour. This car knocked the first ever hypercar.
I'm gonna take it, yes!
The McLaren F1. But records don't usually remain records for a long time, right?
400 back, come on!
It took 10 years, but it finally got broken. This man from Sweden presented a car that left the Bugatti behind and became the fastest production car. His childhood dream turned into a reality. Unlike Bugatti, they were an individual car brand that created their powerful engines that made this car unstoppable. With the workforce of only around 10 people, included his wife and father, this man made a car that defeated the fastest supercar in the world. This company with 500 employees did so many innovations within 3 to 4 years that not even Lamborghini could make in its whole runtime. It is the journey of Christian von Koenigsegg, the creator of Koenigsegg, whose only goal was to make the fastest car on the planet. Christian Erland Harold von Koenigsegg was born on the 2nd of July 1972 in Stockholm, Sweden, and just after 5 years, the petrolhead within him roses. Actually, at 5 years of age, Christian von Koenigsegg went to watch a Norwegian animated movie, Flaklipa Grand Prix, along with his father. In the movie, a boy makes a sports car out of scrap and wins the F1 race. Though it was an imaginary story, but this made an impression on Koenigsegg, and he made a decision to start a sports car company. He didn't think. He started making these in his childhood, like he made a go-kart at a very young age with his father's help. And to keep his love for cars alive, he started selling mopeds at 15 years of age. But we know this car business is very capital intensive. Because of this, when Mr. Koenigsegg wanted to start a car company, he needed a lot of capital. And to arrange the capital, he started a frozen chicken business, where he buys frozen chicken and sells to buyers at a profit. He could make an early success, and he became a huge frozen chicken businessman in Sweden. And he made so much money by selling frozen chicken that now he can make his childhood dream into a reality. His dream of start a car company. Despite that, he had made so much money from his old business venture, but it wasn't enough to create the fastest car brand, so he took a loan of $200,000 from the Swedish Technical Development Board. And finally, in the year 1994, Christian von Koenigsegg founded Koenigsegg Automotive with the vision of building the best sports car in the world. Now, Mr. Koenigsegg wasn't an engineer, so he hired a team of engineers. His first car project was the Koenigsegg CC, which was initially designed by him, and within 2 years, in 1996, he launched his first prototype called Koenigsegg CC. This looked so awesome, it gave other supercars a run for their money just by the look of it. Just 2 years after their prototype, their first production model hit the market by the name of CC8S.
Now, it may sound simple, driving down a runway flat out,
which was made between 2001 to 2003, and only 6 units of this car were made. And right from the very first car, their intent was clear: to make the fastest car in the world. Because CC8C with its 655 HP engine, can go up to 390 kilometers per h top speed.
Absolutely brutal!
And now, you may understand that the speed they claimed in 2003 is so fast that many sports car companies couldn't achieve this kind of speed in their production sports car. Not Lamborghini, Porsche, or Ferrari. Yes, Ferrari made two cars faster than Koenigsegg, but they both weren't road legal and were made for racing championships. And something even more interesting is that the Koenigsegg, in its CC8S, used a supercharged Ford engine. And Ford is a company that doesn't make a car similar to Ferrari. After CC8S comes Koenigsegg CCR, and this time, instead of using a Ford engine, Koenigsegg made their own block based on this engine. They did this to achieve their claimed 395 km speed. If you notice, this is just a little more compared to their previous car. Then why did they put so much effort in this? They did this to break the high-speed record set by McLaren F1 in the 90s, and they did it on February 28, 2005 with their CCR, and by doing this they made it into the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest production car. But this record was broken by Bugatti in the November 2005, and the car claims this record under its name for a long time. Now that Bugatti is their rival, they needed even more faster cars, and they made CX for that. Koenigsegg produced CCX from 2006 until 2010, and they made 29 cars with different series. For the first time with this series, they could break the 400 km/h milestone. The first three models of CCX went up to 400 km top speed. But their Trevita broke this record with 410 km of claimed top speed. But it was really hard to achieve this with Ford-inspired engine block, and because of this, for the first time, they made a 4.7-litre twin supercharged V8 engine, which could produce 795 to 1004 GP in their later models. If you think about it, it's a huge thing to make a performance engine of their own, especially for such a small company. Pagani from Italy did not make their own engine, and they use Mercedes-AMG engines. Apollo, a super niche hypercar company, uses Audi engines in their cars. Many Maserati cars use Ferrari engines, and many Aston Martin cars are found using Mercedes engines, and similarly, Lamborghini Urus, the engine is made by Audi. All these show how difficult it is to develop a performance engine. But still, Koenigsegg made their own engine, and it was just the beginning. Agera came in 2010, and Koenigsegg fitted this with a 5-litre V8 engine. And this engine was so versatile that Koenigsegg produced it from 2010 to 2018, and they used this engine in different special editions of Agera. Throughout this period, the power and the speed of these engines leveled up. In Agera, this engine produces 947 HP with a top speed of 420 km, and this power and speed came to a halt at Agera RS with 1341 GP and 457.94 km/h top speed. But this is not the speed record of Koenigsegg, because Agera is followed by Regera. It was a successor to Agera, followed by Jesko and Gamera. And with Jesko, Koenigsegg broke all the top speed limits, because this car of theirs can reach 310 miles per hour claimed speed. It means a speed of 500 km. Imagine how would it feel to go at 500 km. Now, Koenigsegg had made over-engineered, powerful, high-speed cars, but along with this small company makes so many innovations every 5 years that not even big sports car companies like Lamborghini might not have done in their whole lifetime. Like Koenigsegg in their Regera, a 1800 HP hybrid hypercar installed a single-speed direct drive system. I mean, this car doesn't come with a conventional gear system. This car runs on a single gear ratio, and this goes from 0 to 400 on a single gear. And to make this possible, Koenigsegg invented their own highly rigid, over-engineered torque-converted system and called it Hydra Coupe. Apart from this, their battery pack is a work of art on its own, because this can discharge 10 times faster than a normal electric car. It can dump its power so its high-powered motors can work faster, and its regeneration is also 10 times faster than any other car. Apart from this, the battery pack weight of this car is only 64 kgs, which is comparatively very light, because a less powerful car, the McLaren P1, has a battery pack of 106 kgs. Similarly, Koenigsegg made a 4-seater hypercar named Gamera, and they made so many innovations to save space more than any of their cars. Like Koenigsegg, Gamera's electric motor is only 28 kgs, and it's slightly bigger than a cool drink can, but this single motor produces 355 HP. Similarly, Koenigsegg made a 2-litre 3-cylinder engine for Gamera, and this engine can produce 600 HP, and this is the first engine of its kind. Because of this, Koenigsegg calls it a tiny friendly giant, since it produces so much horsepower despite being very small. Apart from engine and powertrains, Koenigsegg has made many innovations, like they made a flex fuel sensor, which allows these hypercars to run on any flex fuel. Think about it. Today's sports cars asks for high-octane fuel, but these hypercars are ready to run on any flex fuels for being environmentally friendly. And Koenigsegg has innovated auto-skin hinges. With the help of them all, Regera's all-moving panels can be controlled hydraulically, and this whole hydraulic system weighs only 5 kgs. Now, all these innovations this company has made, knowing all these, makes us think that these are made by companies like Volkswagen. Companies like Volkswagen have unlimited resources. And this thing about Koenigsegg always shocks me, that this company has only 500 people. I mean, this small group of men make all the innovations that can shock even bigger car companies. And this proves that the quality of manpower is always superior to the quantity of manpower.